Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the second day of the third edition of the Motivational Speaking Contest. Today, we are going to have an amazing night. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we have amazing judges that has given us the valuable time to be with us today. So I want to introduce now my co-host for the evening today. So welcome to the stage, my co-host for today, Lily.
Welcome to Speakers Are Leaders Motivational Speaking Contest. Today, we have two amazing contestants that are participating in this contest that has the objective to inspire, motivate you, and give you that extra oomph that you need in order to have an amazing day. My name is Lily Patrasco, and I create books that transform the world. I'm a book publisher and personal branding coach, and I'm here to co-host this amazing evening with Harry Sardinas. So before we start, I would like to say that we have some amazing rules. The first one is have a lot of fun. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the judges and to the participants and to yourselves, those of you who are watching from all over the world. Now, one amazing thing about Speakers Are Leaders is that we have had almost 1 million people that have watched these events from last year, and we continue to have this amazing growth, and we thank you for that. And as you're watching, please comment, like, and share so that the message of these inspiring people who have overcome huge challenges can reach more and more people. The rules for today are also that every contestant will speak for 15 minutes, and if they go over time, they will get disqualified. And you, the audience, has the opportunity to vote for your favorite contestant in the Harry Sardinas official page, which you should be able to see in the Facebook timeline. And you have this amazing opportunity to vote for your amazing speaker and to make a real difference, to get your favorite participant voted and to ensure that participant gets number one in this contest. Now, regardless whether you win or not, the important thing is that you still have the amazing opportunity to be booked to speak all over the world. And that is because every single person who has being trained by Speakers Are Leaders and Speakers Are Leaders Club by Harry Sardinas has been booked to speak around the world, or has been invited to speak around the world, or has been invited to speak online in different countries as well over the last few years. So one amazing thing that we've managed to achieve is also to have amazing influencers come to our events, to have our speakers get invited to dine at the same event as politicians and influencers and celebrities and multimillionaires. And this is what's possible for you too. Now, before I introduce the speakers, we are going to play an amazing game called the Wheel of Names. And how this works is we are going to turn this wheel and we are going to find out who is going to be first. So let's start the Wheel of Names.
Michelle.
So the first speaker is going to be Michelle, and the second speaker is going to be Adobe. Now, you are going to love their speeches because these ladies have had an amazing life, and one of them has survived some incredible experiences that I cannot wait for you to hear. So now I will pass the virtual stage back to Harry Sardinas, who is going to introduce our amazing high-profile judges.
And thank you you so much, Lily, for this introduction. And I have the honor to introduce the judges that will take part today. And the first person that I want to introduce is Althea Grant, because she gave me, honestly, one of the greatest opportunity of my life. And was 2 years ago. We have a call from a friend, and the friend told me something that I couldn't believe. And we told me, Harry, if you can persuade this amazing woman, right, she's gonna give you the chance of your life, because you will be doing the opening for Les Brown in an event in London with more than 1,300 people. So I managed to grab the opportunity. I spoke with Tia, and because she's a woman of a great heart, she gave me one of the greatest opportunities of my life, opportunity that opened doors my career internationally, because it was one of the greatest events, not that happened that year in London, but in the history of UK. It was one of the most spectacular events that have ever happened in UK, and it was organized and hosted by Tia with over 1,300 people. We saw that day a humble Les Brown with a great heart, because he was in pain, and it was an amazing experience that people will remember for years and years. So from the bottom of my heart, Tia, I cannot thank you enough all my life for this great opportunity that you gave to me and Lily, because Lily also spoke there. Without any further ado, let's introduce our first judge for today, the event organizer and promoter and a great friend, Althea Grant.
Hey, everyone. Whoa, this is my pleasure to be here again. I am so happy to be here. I was here last time and I had a ball. And my life was influenced by the speakers who Harry brought to the stage virtually last time. And they were pretending that they were beginners, but my goodness, I didn't believe them, because the things that they came out with, how they impacted us as judges, it was just wonderful. So it's my pleasure to be here again. I apologize that I was stuck in court last night and I just couldn't make it. So I'm really sorry about that. And yes, my name is Althea Grant. I'm one of Les Brown's platinum speakers. He has now become a great friend of mine. And just as Harry, you know, we speak, we exchange views, and it is a wonderful thing when you find somebody who is not motivated by fame, they're not motivated by money, they're motivated to help others, to fulfill their purpose. And I found Les to be that way, and I found Harry to be that way. And it was my pleasure to have opened the stage for Harry, but if it wasn't me, it was going to be someone else, because Harry is amazing. Lily is amazing. Their heart alone is going to open every door for them. And Harry is so smart, so focused. And I'm not just saying it because he gave me the £5. Seriously, he is absolutely focused on what he's doing. He is a person of integrity. You know, there were many people that I introduced to the stage. And, you know, they say that sometimes when you help people, only a few come back and say thank you. And Harry was one of those people, and I really appreciated it. So today, my name's Althea Grant. I am a solicitor. For those around the world, that's a counsel or a lawyer, advocate, whatever you would call us, but it's just a humble position where we get the ability, the opportunity to help people in their hour of need. And, you know, that's been the whole thing about my life. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, to make opportunities for others. I was just speaking to a mother 2 days ago, and I was able to use the skills that I've learned as a speaker to encourage her, because it's care proceedings, and you know, she's so distressed. And just to be able to use the skills that Harry is imparting to these speakers, to say, hold on, you're going to do this. That's not part of my role as a lawyer, but it's part of my role as someone who wants to make a stage that is a level playing field, no matter what your color, your race, your creed. That's why I have established the movement called 50-50 Voices, where on stage, women will not be just in the audience and looking and dreaming to be on the stage, because we have a voice too. People from other countries, other languages, you know, they have so much to impart. And so that's my goal. Of course, I'm also waiting for the opportunity when we are out of lockdown fully around the world, so I can again do another event with less. And of course, I had already spoken to Harry about that. So exciting things are afoot, but I don't want to take up any more time. Thank you for the opportunity, Harry. Thank you for the opportunity, Lily. And speakers, tonight is your night. You know, we are here for you, and the world is open to you. So bless you all, and thank you for the opportunity.
We finally have Juliet there. So thank you so much, Atia, for these amazing words of empowerment. And we are always supporting this a constant job that you're doing to empower people, to give them a framework so they can express themselves and they can share their ideas, same like you did with me and with Lily. And I'm sure you're going to create that for thousands and thousands of people around the world. Give them that initial platform so people can shine and they can share the message with the world. So like I said, it's something beyond, it's a life mission from Atia to do whatever is in her power to create this framework to give voice to people. And the person that I'm going to introduce right now is exactly in the same path. We are very grateful for Margaret, because from this organization, Speakers and Leaders, we know that Margaret have give a stage opportunity to at least one of our graduates, which is Teuta, also Steven, and few people from our community of that have been trained has actually been part of the Universal Peace Federation and actually have delivered speeches and workshops there to achieve a peace in the world. We believe from Speakers and Leaders, right, that to achieve peace in the world, we need to communicate effectively, and we have to be able to understand each other. So if we are able to develop communication skills, if we are able to persuade our audience in our ideas, then we all will have a better place to live and a peaceful world to live. So thank you so much, Margaret, the Director of Universal Peace Federation, for being here with us today. So if you can to share some word with us, we'll be grateful. So welcome to the stage, Margaret.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's a very tough job to follow on from Al. She's an amazing woman. I really would like to meet you in person when the time is right. And I'm sure our great friend Harry will be able to do that. Myself, I met Harry through Teuta. And besides Teuta, I know many of your speakers, Nida and Latifa and many others. I just can't remember them all, but because they are also interested in bringing peace and harmony in the world. Our work is really to bring people together. It's a little bit like your work, but on a bigger level in terms of expense, if you see what I mean, on every area of life, you know, bringing, you know, religious people together, bringing young people together, bringing women together. I'm a great advocate for the voice of women. I really think that the world will be a terrible place if women cannot speak, because women have such unique qualities. Women are not like men at all, and thank God for that. But God, a man has a lot of good points, but without women, actually, there will not be goodness in the world that harmonizes men and women together. We need men, and men need women. But unfortunately, we really have to fight for the voice of women to be heard. So I am one of those women, and any story that's interesting touches my heart. So that's how I give more and more chance to women to speak on our platforms as well. That has to really go on with many other things. But what I really like when I met Harry, it was his passion, his enthusiasm. And you know, if somebody is passionate about what they're doing and they're enthusiastic, they'll get things done. So when he asked me, I hardly know him enough, but because of that one meeting, I felt, yes, I will come. And I will because I've heard so many speeches. We also do speech contests at Women's a sister organization. So I am very much for that. And that's why I'm here. Thank you very much for inviting me, Harry, and thank you very much for others for being here. I'm all ears to hear your wonderful stories, the contestants, and I'm sure they're as good as each other, but somehow between us we'll decide who wins. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Margaret, and we 100% agree with you. We had a long conversation, I think, with Atia when she came to our house. I think that was 3 or 4 months ago, and we were talking exactly this point, that this speaking is a male-dominant arena, right? Yeah. And every time there is an event, there is 5 men and 1 woman, or that's 7 right. Men. So it's like you said, we have to create. On the other hand, you can see our 2 contestants today are women. So we that's have right. In our organization, more than 50% are women, because we are facilitating that. We are actually, rather than discriminate them, rather that's than right. Put them away, we are empower them. Yes, like yesterday, for example, you're talking about Latifa. So Latifa, she was the first prize yesterday. She won yesterday, Latifa.
She's lovely.
And she, when she started, she was facing, not that she doesn't have a voice, but she had the fear that it couldn't. So we had to work a lot with her to actually empower her, to actually tell that you can do this. And after that fear is gone, there you go. I think 6 months down the line, she managed to win yesterday, and the other contestant was a speaker with 20 years experience, right? So the whole point that I'm trying to make is that if we can offer this framework and this empowerment to women at the first step, they can do it as well as men. And we all, events organizing, Atia, Chris, Margaret, us on behalf of Lily and I, on behalf of speakers and leaders, as event organizers, we need to actually align in a way that we should create events where at least 50-50, right? Or what Atia is creating, right? Create the voice of women, because honestly, this industry is a male-dominated industry for years. And it's not the case that that men are better speakers than women. If you want to test that, put me and put Lily to speak, and you will see who's better. So every time when we go to South America, everybody's clapping, and Lily, and I'm talking and looking at everybody and say, hey, I'm the famous here, everybody, Lily, Lily. So, you know, so that thing that we males are better than women on a stage, this is actually not true. We just need to work together and create the frameworks. Yes?
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to, sorry, Chris, we're going to bring ladies first to the judges. So, Chris, so we have Juliet, a fellow broadcaster, actually an event promoter and a politician. And Juliet, can you, so Juliet is a broadcaster, she's
I know her too.
politician and a great, great friend and great supporter of the Speakers and Leaders community. So welcome to the stage, Juliet, to introduce herself.
Oh, absolutely indeed. I'm absolutely honored to be here this second day. Are you ready? Are you fired up? I am absolutely ready. It's amazing to be here on the second day of this beautiful program, Speak as a Leader. My name is Juliet Marapila, as you've heard, and I'm sorry I was a little bit late here. I'm supporting groups of youth, as you can hear. There is big noises behind me here, Harry, and I had to give you this beautiful attention because it's your day here. Can I just say I am a community change maker, a community social impactor, an international consultant, and I'm sitting down here. I just know that the work that you do around the world here tonight is absolutely amazing. I'm delighted to be joining right down here, this very moment right here. And I know that speakers are world leaders. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you so much, Ari Sadina. And I'm absolutely honored to be sharing the platform with one of the world best, Professor Chris Imam Dawn, who is the first, if people don't know, the first person who has promoted inclusion and diversity in Oxford University. And of course, Althea, who is absolutely amazing as well, who is one of the organizers for Les Brown, to be sharing a platform with Margaret as well in terms of promoting universal peace in the whole world. Thank you for honoring us. My name is the one and only Juliet Mahapila, the African Wonder Woman, right down here on stage. And I wish all of you a success. Back to you, Harry. Love you to bits.
Well, I know half the people here. I know Juliet too. She's lovely.
We are all a family. Yes, thank you so much, Juliet, for this smile, for this power. Yes, a fellow broadcaster, it's an honor to have you here. And now we're gonna bring the male judge that we have for today. And it's one of the person that I respect and I admire a lot, especially because Professor Chrissy Mafidon is in someone that we respect in terms of accelerating learning. So in that he's an authority. He has demonstrated that with the performance of the children in education. And it was also the person that gave me the opportunity to meet the Queen at the 70th anniversary of the Commonwealth. And not only to me, to Lily, also he has opened the door for different opportunities, and also for some members of our community. So as well, Chris, thank you so much for your good heart, and also for creating opportunities, not only for me and Lily, but also from several members of our community that have been appearing in TV, in the media, and in different things, thanks to the introductions, and again, the support that you gave them to have a framework to express themselves, not only on the stage, but also on the media. So if you want to introduce yourself, Professor Chris, and it's an honor to have you here today. Welcome to the stage, Professor Chris Mafidon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed for the work you're doing in training the next batch of entrepreneurs. It's a pleasure for me to be among friends. Margaret, I've known Margaret for God knows how long now. Anthea, Anthea, I was joking earlier that she was my sister with Les Brown. I mean, Juliet, great woman. She's worked so hard for communities across the country. Before George Floyd, there were people like Juliet that campaigned for equity and equality. And she's still soldiering on until she sees the full restoration of equity, not just equality. So it's a pleasure to be here. I want to say that I chair the Excellence in Education program that works with any learner at any level to not just top the class. Some people just want to top the class. No, not just top the city, no. Not top the country, no. But to top the world. So we have multiple world Guinness record. I'm a multiple world Guinness record holder. You got the badge there. And I also, apart from encouraging learning as a professor and teaching, I also advise different, not that the government listens. Officially, I'm an advisor to the government, but they don't listen. They didn't listen to us about COVID. If they did, we won't be here. So officially, I'm advisor to governments. I'm advisor to corporate leaders and monarchs. And more importantly, we last week just got $14 million in a series for one of my students, a techpreneur. I haven't worked on one app, and that app sits on the Zoom meeting because the Zoom meeting is able to do a lot. So it's a fantastic opportunity to work with people, to work with young men and women, to work with people that want to go into the area of entrepreneurial endeavors. We need more entrepreneurs now than we ever did. And I'll continue to champion that for you. And I'm looking forward to hearing all of you. If you are tired of life, come and meet me. I will give you the reason to climb the next mountain, because there's something in you, inside you was delivered a genius. The Americans knew that. That's why they said all humans are created equal, and each of us is endowed by their creator. You have endowment, you have genius in you. Don't let anybody fool you or think you otherwise. So if you are free, join our program. I run programs that tells you how to use social media in your entrepreneurship. Clubhouse. How do you use Clubhouse to generate more followers, more readers, more audience? Everybody needs more clients, more people to follow you. So we share that on Eventbrite, and I'll give you that later. So, but it's a delight to hear you today, and I'm hoping you win. But even if you don't win, I look forward to inviting you later next week to Kensington Palace, when we will be celebrating what would have been the 60th anniversary of that great lady, the one we lost early, Princess Diana. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Excellent. And without any further ado, we're going to give the stage to Lily, that will introduce to the stage our first contestant today. So welcome to the stage, Lily.
The first contestant is Michelle Yao. And one amazing thing about Michelle is that she's a multi-passionate entrepreneur. She's a travel guide, life coach, motivational speaker, and she can enable you to travel around London with purpose. So basically, she can enable you to travel, and in the process of traveling around London, she can enable you to find your purpose. She also has a restaurant, she loves health products, and she has created a cooking sauce as well that she hopes to brand very soon as well. And the most amazing thing about her is that she's a truly extraordinary leader and a truly extraordinary woman. And she does energy healing as well. So let's hear it from the most amazing woman that I have met. Her name is Michelle Yao. And let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Lily, for the introduction. And good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to the conference. And also good evening to all the judges. And I would like to thank the amazing Harry and Lily for creating this platform to educate more speakers and transform their lives. And also like to thank the production team for doing all the backgrounds so that this event could be operated in a very smooth way. And I want to say one thing is that transform your goal into happiness and fun. I have two questions for you. And when I ask many people, do you have a life purpose? And they just stare blank at me, like they are just not knowing where they are at this moment. And so they are so desperate, but not know what to do. And number two, the question, how many of you would like to have a dream life and have your career and have the time with your family and the people that you want to be with? My name is Michelle Yao. I am a tourist guide in London. I became a tourist guide because I am adventurous. And I love to have fun. And being a guide, I have other passions such as e-commerce, network marketing, running a restaurant, and I want people to have good health and beautiful as well. So these are some of the things that I do. Apart from that, I'm an international motivation speaker. I empower people to find their life purpose. I'm also a life coach, and I help entrepreneurs, business owners, and people to find the time to give them the opportunity to do what they can do better instead of working in the business. Is a work on the business, because many businesses run by being in the business, as it was some time before in my business. But I have now changed the style of running that business. So to sum it, I just want to ask you again this: how many of you have ever want to do, ask yourself, what is the purpose in your life? Seems like people are lost and they just hang around by the river side, holding their head, a male or female, or sitting in a scenery, even without any purpose. And they're just looking and finding their question in their head. So I created this life purpose, how to find your life purpose in 6 steps. And that is, number 1 is to have a vision and find your clarity. Have a clarity, and then you focus. And have focus, you take action, and also you have fun, and also to find success. I have recently read about in an article in the Forbes magazine, and it says 6 ways to discover your life purpose. And one of the things that they mention is to have a vision board. And to have a vision board. And what is a vision board? A vision board is a collage of pictures that you can cut the pieces, like what you are thinking, like you want a nice, beautiful partner, a handsome man, or you want to have a lot of money, and then you paste what you want into that vision board. Have a happy family. Okay, put that picture, put your family picture, put the amazing car, put the amazing house that you want into that vision board. And then every day, put it in the place that you can see it very clearly, where you can vision it every day or in front of your bed if you want. And that is the first thing that you do. And because this, I also vision that there is a lady who, this little girl who is 7 years old, and she has, her parents passed away and she became an orphan, and she has to start life at an early age. And she has to sell vegetables, and in the market, she observed people how to sell the vegetables, and day one, no business. Day two, she started to see the adults, how they do, and she copied and she envisioned how they do. And as she grew up, she had the same as her family when she got married, and she was carrying a little, the baby in her abdomen when she started her business in making the best curry sauce and curry oil to make the curry laksa. And she is the famous lady with the curry laksa of her time in Malaysia. And this person is my mom, and her purpose and her vision is to have these children get educated to have a proper lifestyle. And she also envisioned that she had to give the family a house. So this girl inside her tummy have maybe got the source that she developed from her mom, and that is myself, because I like to do business, and also I like to create my mom's sources and want to package it for her, because she told me that she wants to do a business with me. So that is that vision. And I'm happy that I have that vision. And number two, the Forbes magazine also said that about chatterbox. So this how to become like talkative or talk to someone, because nowadays everyone is just checking the phone, just doing that, chatting in the mobile, and they are concentrating there and they have no idea what is happening around them. So that has also to this cause this. And I want to tell you a story that for myself, when I was young, when I was in school, I was having a lesson, and my teacher gave me something to do at home, and I go home, study, read, I read hard. The next day I went to school, and the teacher asked some questions and put up my hands. And she asked, what is 7 times 7? I was so confident I got the right answer. I said 56. And just then, the teacher just stand in front of me, and I was so surprised. And she says, hold your hand up. And she gave me that hit on the ruler. And that gave me that pain. But it's not about the pain. It's about how you mean it. And this has caused me to be quiet. I don't talk too much to people. And but I do not participate a lot in school. And as I grew up, I'm still reserved, quiet, shy. But I have a mission inside me that I want to excel. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid. So I just keep quiet until I decided to join the course, to develop myself, to speak up, to break free. I go to one course after another in speaking. And finally, I decided to join Speakers Are Leaders and to grow my speaking skills. And the third thing I want to share is that Forbes also said that in the magazine, you have to be adventurous. What it means to be adventurous. And they said that you have to be curious and you have to be a chatterbox, to become adventurous. So in many of us in our young middle age have something like we have something in our mind that we want. Suddenly that we have everything, the job is good, the boss is good, but yet there is something missing. So I decided to go away to the States to live and experience my life for 3.5 years. Things wasn't like going too good too. I met with an accident and then, things like it doesn't work too well. However, I go back to my country and I start life again. And there I went into becoming a tour company, and I take people around the world, travel China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, US, and UK, Europe, everywhere. So with this, I developed more energy with my adventure, and I became a guide, tourist guide, and I have a business, and I ventured during my work in a travel company, and I bought a business and to run them. And also that I want to say that we have all the energy that we have. I go to participate in networking and also to learn and to meet wonderful people like Richard Tan and Veronica Chiu of Success Resources and the Global Woman Lady. So to get business as well as to learn. I'm sure every one of you here today can achieve your life purpose if you want to get what you want. And I'm encourage you to find your purpose. Ask yourself, what do you want? And what is your best point in your life? What do you know? Get it out. And thank you very much for being here and listening. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
And that was amazing, Michelle. Really, really powerful. That was amazing and a big lesson from Michelle. And I had to say that about when you are doing a motivational speech, it's all about your message, but also to have this energy and this smile and this power. I had to say that Michelle, that on our behalf, Lily and I, we are so happy with the immense progress that you have done, coming, even the story that you shared today, how, because sometimes when we are kids, something happened to us and we make a big meaning. And this teacher, without knowing, by hit you with the ruler at such a young age, when you want to express yourself, when you want to talk, then this has a huge impact in your life. We are witness of that, because when we met you 5 years ago, you were really, really shy. You were struggling even to participate. You want to talk a little bit with people. But I have to congratulate you, Michelle, because you have worked on yourself. You have take the bravery to say that I need to overcome that. I have a voice and I have something to say. I have a message to share. And despite that I have this little trauma since I was younger, I'm going to fight for it. And we are very proud of you that you have a voice, and it's actually really powerful. And we're so happy that you find your voice, and now you can share it all over the world, right? So without any further ado, I'm going to pass Lily to introduce our amazing second contestant from today, because now you are due for a treat. Yes, this is going to be very difficult day for the judges. I don't want to be in their shoes. It's a very difficult day that they have today to choose. But before that, I'm going to pass the stage to Lily with someone that 2 years ago arrived to our house in Crutches. And when we saw her, we didn't know what to do, because she has a major incident, right? She just survived 5 heart attacks. She forgot everything, but she has a vision. She has a message. And 2 years down the line, this person that woke up in crushes to our house, that was totally devastated, that is almost forgot how to drive, and after a serious trauma, she reinvented herself, and not only herself, now she's empowered to reinvent herself others. So I want to welcome to the stage Lily to give a great introduction to one of the authors of the Brantford Speaking Programs, Adobe. So Lily, welcome to the stage.
The person I'm about to introduce now is the woman with the magic radio voice. She has such a melodious and beautiful voice. You are just going to absorb every single letter as it comes. Her name is Adobe Onikweli. And just a couple of years ago, she came to my house in crutches. She had just survived 5 heart attacks. And the minute I saw her, I knew she had a big message and a big story. And I knew that there was something really extraordinary about her. I just didn't know what immediately. And now she's an Amazon best-selling author. She's speaking all over the world. She was invited to speak in Singapore and Peru and Dubai and Bhutan and the Philippines and Miami and in London, so many different places. And we also invited her to speak at our events alongside multimillionaires and influencers and celebrities. And she has spoken in India in front of more than 5,000 people at different schools, and also at another leadership summit in India. And there is nothing that is going to stop this woman from sharing her message, from motivating crowds worldwide, because she is now unstoppable. And that is one amazing thing, to go from a survivor of 5 heart attacks to now conquering the world with her voice, her message, her story, and her amazing power. So I cannot wait to hear this amazing story that she's about to share with you. Give her all your love, and let's give her a big round of applause to Adobe Onikweli.
Hello, thank you for this amazing introduction. I would like to thank Harry Sardinis for giving me this platform to speak on. And I'd also like to thank the beautiful and handsome judges for taking time to be here today. And last of all, I'd like to thank the audience. Thank you for coming to support. Let me ask you, when was the last time you thought of making a change to your life, but didn't know how? How many of you would like the secret for making permanent and interesting change for your life? It doesn't matter whether you are old, young, rich, or poor. Most people have been told that making changes in life is very difficult. But today, I am going to share with you simple secrets. How you can use reinvention to make these changes easy. My name is Adobe Onyekwele. I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm also the author of the book, Reinvent Yourself. I have spoken all over the world, motivating people, and also creating workshops, talking in workshops and on stage. Also speaking to entrepreneurs on the issue of resetting themselves so that they can become even better. I also created the Reinvention Mastery Program to help me with making delivery easy through the things I have learned. I was going through life in a way that I had always been a dreamer. How many of you dream? Yes, I've always dreamed that I wanted to speak on stage. But I tell my friends, and they said, Adobe, you speak on stage, who do you think you are? And I hurried down to my housewifely duty, looking after the kids. Because it doesn't matter, nobody knows me. But the other day, when I came across the Entrepreneur magazine, there was a gentleman called John Rampton. He had made so much money. He even sold his startup, and he got a very large salary. On top of that, he got married to the most beautiful wife. He was so happy. Nothing can go wrong. You know that? Like when you have everything you want, you're thinking, okay, I'm fine, nothing can go on. But 6 months later, he lost everything. Everything that he had invested. He was devastated. How would you feel if within 6 months you lost everything? Of course, you'll be devastated. That reminds me of my own experience, because December 2017, I also got a very big house. And you know what? I wanted my kids to have the best Christmas ever. I bought a very tall Christmas tree. If you were with me, you could see the light shining on this Christmas tree. It was so tall, almost to the ceiling. I had planned this Christmas to the T. Quickly, on the 24th, I woke up and I wanted to put just one light on the Christmas tree. That was the last thing I remembered. Just happened within 7 minutes of my waking up. I didn't know what happened, but fast forward, I saw myself in this tunnel. There was a lot of light. It was very serene. Oh my God, if you were with me, you will feel so relaxed. I didn't know where I was, but I was so happy. I saw my father that had been dead for many years. I saw everybody. That was the best moment of my life. The light was so amazing, it was welcoming to my heart. But my peace was disturbed. I just flicked my eyes open and I could hear things. I saw people. I didn't know who they were. How would you feel if you were me? You open your eyes. Imagining opening your eyes and seeing yourself in a different place. They were wearing something like mask, blue clothes. Yes, I said to myself, these are kidnappers. They have come to kill me. You can see what's happening to me. I just woke up from a 2-month coma because I heard the man saying, she's woken up from the coma, thank God. And I look, how would you feel if somebody said you've woken up from a coma, but you remembered going to your Christmas tree? That was the way I felt. It took the people to tell me that I've been in coma for 2 months. And they said, you know what? You are lucky to have survived heart attack. Being a health conscious person, I knew heart attack was bad, but they told me 5 heart attacks. It was in that instant that I vowed, because I remembered I used to try to kill myself before when I thought my life wasn't worth it. But that moment, I didn't want to die. Can you imagine? This is somebody that always wanted to die. I wanted to live. That was what I felt. And I decided that I must find reason to live this life. When I was discharged, I couldn't walk, I couldn't see, I couldn't even talk. Can you imagine going from a bubbly person to a bedbound person? How would you feel if you were like that, if you went from a bubbly person to being bedbound? It was on that bed I decided that I have to live. And I started putting things in place. That was what took me to Lily. But what I found out was that, like John did, John put some things in place for him to get better. The first one was he found a mentor. The mentor he found was what helped him. According to my book, I also wrote about finding a mentor. Mentor can be in your book. Like if you have a book, you can read a book and it will be a mentor. Or you can have a physical mentor, like Lily. And when I found her, she helped to publish my book. Today, my book is on the bookshelf in Ireland, in a very big bookshop, next to Michelle Obama and Tony Robbins. And the other thing that resonated with me that John Branton said is become a lifelong learner. Why is this important? In my book, I mentioned the fact that learning, if you read a lot, how many of you like reading? When you read 10, good. When you read 10 books, you become 10 people, because the only way to live 100 lives is to read 1,000 books. So in those books, I was finding escape. So that is how, if you want to change your life, change your mind, learn to read books. And the third thing John Rampton said was that surround yourself with people that elevates you. Surround yourself with people that are successful. Because if you want to be successful, you don't move with losers. In my book, I talked about how I was surrounding myself with people from Speakers and Leaders. I will go there in my crush. You could see me, I was wobbling. I couldn't even climb the stage. If you were there, you would be laughing. How many of you think it's so funny for somebody with crutches to ever dream that she's going to be speaking on stage? But I did it. I did it because I attached myself to the right people. So I was able to between a little time, I was able to become relevant. I achieved my dreams of telling my story. I had my story in the book and I started to speak. I was going all over the world. I was going to Dubai, going to India. But the most important thing I would like you to know is things that came out of what I'm doing. The other day, a woman called Clara, she came to me and she was crying. And I said, what is it? And she said, Adobe, you changed my life. You changed my life. And I'm thinking, that really touched me. How would you feel if someone came up to you and acknowledged that you actually changed their life? Those are the things that kept me going, because changing people's life with my story is about giving them empowerment. Also, last week, I got 20 phone calls on my phone telling me how the Danish striker, Christian Eriksen, survived a cardiac arrest. And I was wondering, why are they telling me? And they said, oh, you know what? You had 5 cardiac arrests and you are still alive. You even died for 10 minutes. And I started researching the guy, and he was only 29. And he said, I don't know, that it's very easy to die. But he's still going to be playing football. It was in that instance, I just said, so many people, they put off reinventing themselves. They put off making changes. Let me ask you, if you die today, who is going to get hurt? Who is going to be affected by your death? So if you reinvent yourself today, if you change yourself today, who is going to be affected? Just by being alive, I have been able to see my children grow. I saw my daughter go to university, and I saw my son finish his A-level exams. Being alive, I've been able to do a lot of things. I just didn't sit on my bed and say, well, that is it. Though I wanted to do that before, but I said, no, let me try. If I hadn't met Harry, probably I would have been doing that, because he pushed me. Lily pushed me. I wasn't an easy client, but it was worth it. So let me ask you, by taking stock of your life, who do you want to become? Where are you going? Who do you want to impact? According to the Greek philosopher Aristotle, he says, the unexamined life is not worth living. Today, I use reinvention daily. I examine my life daily, because I put it to you. Once you start reinventing yourself daily, life is very easy for you. So don't wait for a heart attack or to lose your money before you reinvent yourself. Do it today. Thank you.
That was amazing.
You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really.
And with this beautiful message from Adobe that you don't need to wait 5 heart attacks to reinvent yourself, you can do it from today, and you don't have to lose all your money and to then discover that you have to reinvent yourself. Today, sitting at home, you can look into your life, see what is not working, and reinvent yourself from today. This is also my own experience as well. When I arrived to London, I was an employee, right? And I was working in the pub, yes, and I didn't have any idea to be an entrepreneur. But then all of a sudden, my dad got cancer. He was here in Spain, and I don't have any money to come to see him. And it created a big impact in my life. I promised to myself that I will never be broke, and I will never don't have money to support my family and the people that I love. Today, I'm here actually in Spain because my mom is in hospital, and we're broadcasting this event. Lily's in London and I'm in Spain, but I have the pleasure to share with you that because I reinvent myself and I become an entrepreneur, today I can spend here in Spain a month, look after my mom, look after the people that you love, and don't have this situation that I had before, where I was in the situation that I couldn't even leave my job because I didn't have nothing to eat when my dad got cancer. We're talking about 16 years ago, right? So I am also an advocate from Adobe because I lived that on myself, that until life doesn't hit me hard, I didn't have this wake-up call that what I really want to do and what position I don't want to be in my life, right? So that's why I'm 100% agree with your message, Adobe. That is something that happened to you as well, right? It's very funny that Adobe all her life, she's depressed, she wants to die, and now she have 5 heart attacks, and now that she almost died, is now when she wants to live, right? Very strange things, yes. All the life mourning and complaining, but now that you almost die, now you want to live. And now that even the doctor told her in the report that she won't be able to walk until 2020. And by 2020, Adobe was not only walking, he was traveling all over the world. To Dubai, she went with us, and traveling all over the world and sharing the message. So very inspiring, Adobe. Keep amplifying your message, because this is something that human being we have, and I'm the example of it, that until life doesn't hit us hard, we don't wake up and we don't become who we really are. And this message of awareness that you have, that it doesn't have to be this way. You can analyze yourself right now and see what kind of person want to be tomorrow without have an unfortunate situation to happen to you. So like this is easy, and at least when the unfortunate situation come, at least you are prepared. So thank you so much, Adobe, for your message. And we are going to open the polls in Facebook. Is already open, so the public, you can start to vote now in Facebook. So from the Harris Adinas official page, we have the poll here for the public to vote. And before we give the judges the voting, we want to hear your opinions and your thoughts on both speeches. So I want to invite first to Altia to give their opinion in both speeches, and after we're going to exercise the voting for the judges. In the meantime, the public, we will allow some time for the public to vote. So welcome to the stage to give the view about the speeches. Welcome to the stage, Altia.
Oh, well, where do I start? Tonight, we have before us 2 inspiring women from different parts of the world, but whose experiences in so many ways cross, because they have had to overcome, in one case, in both cases really, the emotional blockages that sometimes as females we get taught. And so when we are older, we do not want to chase our dreams. We think that that is reaching above ourselves. We don't want to use our voice because we were taught to play small. And so when I listened to Michelle and see a woman who is still reaching daily beyond any limitations that she has been told that she had, it was just heartwarming. And you know, the thing that got to me, Michelle, let me speak to you directly, is that so many women just have children, because they get married. But your mother, in a time when many women had no platform, there was nothing expected of them. She not only overcame so much as a child and used her brain, but while pregnant, while the child was growing in her womb, she built an empire in her mind for that child. That just gave me goosebumps. She didn't wait for you to be born. She didn't wait to see whether you were going to be clever or healthy or unhealthy. By faith, she started building her empire. And look at you. You are the product of this wonderful woman. So my heart goes out to your mom. My heart goes out to you and all other women, you know, from different backgrounds all over the world. It doesn't matter if we're born into luxury or if we're born in poverty. Many a times our mouths are blocked just by the culture that we are born and grew up in. And so I am inspired by what you say. You know, how many of you have ever asked yourself the question, what is your purpose? And your mother asked herself, I believe, what is the purpose for the child inside me? And how can I facilitate that? And one of the stories that I remember is in the Bible that David was going to die. And he was never going to build a temple, but he bought every brick. He did everything. He set it all up for the next person to do that, even though he would not see it. And it's inspiring that you have taken what your mother has given you and you have built this wonderful legacy that I'm sure she's so proud of. And, you know, you have not just done one thing, like the spice. You're a guide. You guide people physically around London, and you also guide people emotionally in your speaking. And I would like you to just hold that and believe that and step out there and say, I'm Nisha. My mother envisioned this for me. And just hold it and run with it. And everything will be fine. You will be great. And you know, I love when you say you have to have a vision. You were a vision child. You have to focus. You have to take action. But you must also have fun and also look for success. It's just so wonderful. Thank you very much. Have a vision. Prioritize. Look at your vision board. You did so much in such a short time. Thank you. Moving to the wonderful Adobe. Wow. Thank you for your word. I had heard your story before, but I don't think you can hear a story like yours enough. Just to think, and I have been in that place, and I thank you for being brave enough to actually admit depression. So many women go through depression and we don't admit it. And I'm in a world where many women are so depressed that they don't take care of their children properly, and the local authority will come in and take them away. And so for you to have held on to your children, to give them a better life than you knew, and even though you wanted to die, you found the courage to live. Because I really think that the dying part was a cry for help, but it wasn't really a wish to die. Because when you got your chance to die, you entered the tunnel and came back. And what a thing to have come back to. We thank God that you came back because my goodness, Reinvention City has been invented by you. And your story cannot fail to inspire. And no one can say to you, you are not a master of reinvention when you are standing there, the survivor of 5 heart attacks. And not only did you survive 5 heart attacks, but you thrived, you raised your children, and they are now out there in the world doing great things. Look at that. Thank you for sharing those things. I think that both women have been masters of reinventing themselves, going to different countries and inspiring other women. And you know, you asked us, how would you feel if you lost everything? And the gentleman that you talked about, I think is John Rampton. He lost material things. You nearly lost your life. You lost your speech. You lost your sight. You lost feelings in your legs. You had to learn to speak again. And just to come through December 2017, where you nearly had your last Christmas, and now you are creating repeatedly Christmases for others because you're showing them how to celebrate life as if it's Christmas every day. And I am so inspired by you. 5 heart attacks. Now you're going to really be around the world in 5 different genres. So thank you. The speaking, the focus, the looking at us, looking into the camera, engaging us, both of you did that. The keeping to time, keeping to your genre, what you would like us to know, what you would like to take away. I was able to take away from both of you the joy that you have in life, the joy that you have speaking and imparting and being mentors. And you shared with us how Lily and her partner Harry has really inspired you, and you have grabbed their inspiration. When you didn't believe in yourself, they believed in you. And now you are helping others to believe in themselves in the same way. I just really thank you. The power of a mentor is that they get fired up for you when you're all fired up. And then when your fire is relit, they are behind you pushing. And it's just such a wonderful thing. I look forward to seeing all of you all over the world. And as we go forward as women, it's Women's Night. We're sharing it with Harry, you know, but it's Women's Night. And I just thank all the judges that are here. And I just want to say that we were here last time, we're here this time, because we have a passion for you. We want you to excel, but really you have already excelled because you both have businesses. You've both been successful. What you're doing now is sharing it with the world. And that is such a blessing. I thank you for the other judges who are here tonight. I'm looking forward to the wisdom that you're going to impart. And so I'll just step back and thank you all. Thank you again for the opportunity. I don't think that I can manage to pick a winner tonight. You know, I wish that both of you could win, but thank goodness it's not my decision. It's going to be the people watching, because I feel as if I have won tonight by being here to hear such wonderful stories. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you so much, Atia, for these wonderful words of encouragement. I think that we always share with us that today, what is important is not who's first, who's a winner or not. What is important is that they're sharing the message. And I just want to disclose to you guys that we're working in a project now to do the motivational speaking contest live. So when actually we can do events, will be early next year. We're going to have an annual convention. Every quarter, we're going to keep doing it online, but once a year, we're going to do the motivational speaking contest live. And I'm looking forward to have these amazing judges. Someone is testing in the chat that we have the best judges ever in the world. I agree 100%, yes. So we couldn't have better judges, we couldn't have better contestants, we couldn't have better anything. So thank you so much for your support. And now the voice of wisdom from Margaret, someone that again is also creating opportunities, not only for the members of our speakers and leaders community, but also, like she spoke before, reuniting young people, reuniting women, reuniting a different type of community in one unique goal, which is how to empower everyone to be more understanding among each other and to achieve this universal peace that we all need to move forward and to live in a better world. So Margaret, if you can share with us your views out of the speakers, both speeches. And so welcome to the stage, Margaret. Margaret, open your microphone.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh dear, this is not going away. Okay.
It's fine now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm very, very inspired. I am spellbound almost. I want you to know, both of you, you're amazing women. You've done amazing things. You've achieved amazing things, and the amazing things that Anthea said. I am touched by that as well. You know, I feel as if I am in a room of goodness. I could also really seriously, from the bottom of my heart, feel your vertical attitude towards aligning yourself to the higher powers, and also your horizontal attitude to give to others. These are very important. If you're successful and you don't give your success to others, what are you? You're a thief, you know? But if you're successful and giving to others, you're a queen. You know, it's so important, the things that you're doing through Lily, through Harry, through God's work. You know, one never knows how you come to this, but if you maintain your vertical and horizontal, you'll go very far. You multiply. It's a thing that you receive, you give. You know, oftentimes I think I'm doing something for others, and what I find is they're doing something for me. So this give and take is very important, and you both have it. You also have focus, both of you. And I feel similarly like Anthea, how you could show your low points in life, because you didn't get here just today. There's a path that got you here. And if you had bad times in the past and share it with us, then you can feel, others can feel that they can also do it. And this is such an important message. But Michelle and Adobe, you're making our job very difficult. In fact, I feel I want to vote for both of you. But because in every single way, I feel that you are successors. You are successful people, and you're going to give success to others. And this is the key point. You were in difficulty, and you got over all your obstacles. Now, that is number one thing. If you're down in the dumps and somebody doesn't pull you up, you stay there. But through your actually dying, you got life out of it. This is what actually the truth of the world. In dying, you live. If you know, tire yourself, wire yourself up to the vertical and horizontal. I really feel we're in the presence of two very wonderful women. I mean, Michelle has another way of clarity and like systematic things, you know, that she wants to do to show people that they can do. And Adobe's life is like just like a lesson, you know. So it's really so difficult to choose. But I commend you both to really, whether you win or lose, it's not, you're not losing. You're already there. You're already a queen, both of you. I love you very much. I feel that I can hug you, you know, both of you. I feel it sincerely in my heart. And it's because I feel that women can do things. And the more examples we have, the more we have a chance to see somebody like Teuta's life is amazing as well.
Yes.
I love her. Nidat's life is amazing. I love her too. It's just because they are trying to do the best, not just for themselves, but for others. Living for the sake of others, you actually become a queen. And you both are. Please continue doing what you're doing. And really, it will be an honor for me to meet you in person, particularly you, Antea. Really, I mean everyone, but it's been a wonderful thing to be here. And Lily, all this brightness, and Harry, all his passion, and I must say thank you to the organizers as well. It's really well done. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Margaret, for the voice of wisdom. Always is a pleasure to hear your feedback for someone that has done a lot for the community and actually for the world, right? And we admire the intense work that you do, Margaret, day in and day out. We organize events all over the world, so we know how complex is the job that you do, how much organizing all those teams and created that. So we're very aware that Tia as well, because she organized big events. So us as event organizers, we applaud you, we respect you, and we encourage you to keep doing the work that you do, because combining forces, we can create a big change in people and in the world. And this is our mission as leaders, as promoters, as the people that actually create the framework for the new talents like Michelle, like Adobe, to actually share the message, share the voice, and empower others to take action. So
God
now,
bless you. Thank you.
Pleasure, Margaret. Pleasure, and it's an honor to have you here. And then we have Juliet, that I don't know if Juliet, okay, Juliet, very good. Juliet is here. So Juliet, if you can give us a brief before we go into voting. Actually, let's do something. Miles, can you launch the poll, so while Juliet is speaking, the judges can vote in time? And then, so Juliet, are you ready for your feedback? Ready? Go.
Let me tell you, Harry, Harry and Lily, I'm absolutely just wowed at the greatness of the speakers here tonight. Judges have always got, a tough decision, I must say, here today. Just listening to both speakers, they're absolutely wowed me. And Michelle, I'll start off with Michelle. Michelle Yu is a tourist guide, she told us, and she enjoys all the fun of it. She started off by saying to us, just like Athia brought it in here today, that just have you found your sense of purpose? And by finding your sense of purpose in life, she reminded me of drawing back, to the very essence of the experiences in which we get. And, she took us back to where she finds her greatness in her sense of experience from her mother, So I'm really sorry about that, everyone. I'm really excited here tonight. She took us back to transform your goals into happiness and to have fun. Do you have a life? She was asking us. How many would like to have a sense of drive in life? She also wanted to take people back to healthy eating, and she drew back into what she was learning from her mom to empower people to have and find a sense of greatness in themselves. And she reminds us to be great people, and not just that, but to really be business people as we do that. I really took that home here today. And she asked us the question as well, how we find our purpose in life, and has produced the six tools that she has found that has worked with us. Great slides, I thought, great presentation. She took us back to the vision board, and of course, to how we could place that vision board so that we were able to focus in what we are meant to be doing. A reminder of the sense of gift that we all have. I also had a great coach, because she is absolutely a great coach, and took us back to the locals and how to start our business, and reminds everybody to start small and extend that. Brought us back to the branding and packaging of how she helped her mother, and of course with the fun for Chile, and she loves to create and support their community. Well done to her, encouraging people to find the best purpose on life. She left us with a sense of greatness in this house here today. And thank you, Michelle, for the work that you do, and to inspire many nations, starting right down to the roots of where you come from. I appreciate your love for this world, Michelle. I now come to Ada Obi Onyikweli. So just like Athia said as well, and Margaret, she survived 5 heart attacks, was in a coma for 2 months, died for 10 minutes, and she wanted to die before, and now she says no, and reminds us of the essence of living. Adaobi, that is graciousness, to testify the greatness and the testimony that you have survived and brought and become an author of Reinvent Yourself. It reminds us never to take life for granted. I just want to appreciate Lily's program, and of course, Harris Adina's program, because you're bringing greatness in speakers and leaders here tonight. Find your reason to live this life. Michelle Adaobi Onyikweli asks us, surround yourself with people who are successful. How many times do we forget that? I thought when she was asking that question, attaching yourself with the right people, telling your story to the world. Adaobi, thank you for being brave to tell your story to this world. Who is going to be affected if you died today? That left me with a question to hear today. I felt something in you here today. I felt a sense of purpose and a reminder of the legacy that everyone should strive for here today. A very big question I put. It reminds us, all of us, what is your story of life? Thank you so much for the reinventing yourself here today. And I just want to say that it's been great to honor to be part of this program. Behind me, as I told you here today, I support so many people. You can see I'm still in Hilton Hotel right here supporting a cancer program here tonight. And I had to sneak in to support my big friend, Speakers Are Leaders, Harris Adina. I love you to bits. And thank you for making me a member of your board, Judge. An African Wonder Woman was in your house. Don't forget, it is in you to find your greatness, find your purpose, because when you find your purpose, you are able to support everyone. Speak as a leader. If you can't find your purpose in life, don't forget to come back to Speak as a Leaders. Lovely to have me here today. Thank you. Back to you, Harry, here
Thank you.
tonight. Lovely to be with you. Thank you.
And like we said, we have the best judges in the world, guarantee. And now, remember, we launched the poll for judges again because we launched it once, but we received 5 votes. So remember, only judges can vote, okay? So we already launched the poll again, and we have 2 judges that already voted, and we're waiting for 2 more judges to vote. Okay, Juliet voted, and then
I can't see mine.
so we are relaunching the poll again. So otherwise, okay, so we have 3 judges. So we have, okay, we have one of the judges waiting for the vote. Okay, we have, right? So in the meantime, we're gonna hear the Professor Chris Imafidon feedback. Welcome to the stage, Chris.
Thank you very much. It's a hard thing to do because all my notes that I wrote down here, all of you have copied it. From Margaret to Althea, all the things I wrote about the speech is very difficult for me to say, not to contradict what any of you have said. Anyone that observed the presentation, it was not a speech. A speech just goes out. A presentation connects with the audience and leaves them with a present. That's why it's called presentation. It leaves you with a gift. The gift that you've given us today is enormous. You know, Michelle, you were sharing your family background, because if you don't lay a strong foundation, you cannot build a giant building. Taking us to essentially pre-birth, reminding us of Jeremiah that said, I knew you from your mother's womb and I called you to be a prophet to the nation. So when people say they were born by accident, they don't understand what they're talking about. Everything is specific and designed. If you cannot just buy shoes by accident, every pair of shoes you have is a purpose. The shoe you use at home, the one for outing is a purpose. The clothes is a purpose. So that purpose-driven life that you gave us, and then you backed it up with the quote from Forbes, man, that's almost like a mini MBA introductory class, quite honestly, because you then linked it to business, and you took us on a tour of life, not just a tour of London. You might take people on a tour of London, but you took us on a tour of life, and you gave us valid life lessons that we can take home. So it wasn't a speech, because a speech is somebody a speech is prepared by a speech writer, and all you need to do is come and deliver it. But yours was not just a speech; it was specific. It was to the point, and it moved anybody that had a heart that listened to you. So I'm so delighted that I'm here, because I came as a judge to come and judge speeches, but I'm living with presence that I can share with people about life. Because in these days of COVID, we need that. We need that. We need that all the time. And talking about COVID, wow, Adaobi, you need to talk to all the people on COVID long haul. You know, there's COVID long haul. The people that had COVID, they went to hospital, got medications, and then came back home thinking that they've been cleared of COVID, and now suffering long haul COVID. Your testimony, which is a testimony, by the way, it's not a presentation, it's testimony. Your testimony needs to be heard by some people right now that have been discharged from the hospital, but have been asked to be on medication. Because you are not a doctor, you are more than a doctor. A doctor is somebody that read the book, memorized it, and then tells patients what to do. but you have experienced it. I don't know of anyone that's had one heart attack, then 2 heart attacks, then 3. Of course, they'll give up. They'll say, no, there's no need for this. Even the body chemistry was not prepared for that. So you are a miracle walking. You are not a human being. You are evidence that there is life after death. If anybody is saying, oh, is there life after death? Here is the evidence. I can point to it. I saw it on Zoom. That even in death, you can come back to life. And that's what the nation needs this now. This is serious. A lot of people are committing suicide because of lockdown. The mental health of the nation is in serious free fall right now. So if we can amplify your message so that people that are being suicidal, a lot of marriages are being shaken because of lockdown. Oh, they say, oh, there's a new COVID. Oh, there's an old COVID. I had a friend, he went to the injection hall. They gave him injection. After the injection, he said, oh, can I remove my mask now? They said, no, you can't remove your mask. Oh, can I hug anybody? No, you can't. You still have to maintain distance. Oh. Do I still need to? Yes, you have to wash your hands. Say, then what is the point of the vaccine then? Can you remove the vaccine so that I can do this? This is the contradiction we are having. Serious, this is a serious. He was so annoyed because he thought after the jab, he'll be free to go and eat, sing, dance, do everywhere. Now you are saying after the jab, he has to wear mask. So he said, what is the point of the vaccine? And he was very depressed. When they sent him the invitation for the second vaccine, he said, no, I'm not taking anymore. I will die for the virus instead of taking vaccine and sick. This is the seriousness of our health. So you are a health ambassador. You are a health ambassador and you proved it. So when it comes to voting, this is going to be serious problem. Serious problem. Because in your appearance, it's the same. Your lighting, look at your lighting background, look at the studio, it's like me. It's like I'm talking to somebody on CNN, and the other person on BBC. So your professional look, it hits me. So I don't know, I don't even know. I'll give myself 2 out of 10 and give you 10 out of 10 each because of your background. So it's difficult. It's Harry, next time, bring 2 people that are different. Don't bring people that 99.9%. No, don't bring it. Because this drives any judge really, really mad because I can't choose the difference between the 2 of them. I'm still racking my head. So who will I give the difference? Who will I give? So any runners up, because you are going to have a winner and a runners up. Any runners up, we have to think of what we can give you as a compensatory thing. So we might have to give you the special royal card. Once COVID allows us, we'll be able to give you a special royal card and then promote. I'm very interested in promoting your work. Very interested in getting mainstream media to feature your stories because it will heal the land. Thank you. I'm done for speaking, as we say in Clubhouse.
We cannot hear you, Harry.
Thank you so much, Chris, for your wisdom. Yes, so that we are mental health for the country. And we are, Altia, can you see the poll in your screen? It should be, are you on the phone or in the computer? Open your, so Altia is in the computer.
I'm on the computer.
Okay, so Altia, you know what? Text me privately in my phone for who do you want to vote, and then we do it in the back. So we only have Altia waiting for the vote. The rest of the judges already voted, and before we start to compute the winner, we're going to introduce Lily to the stage to do the sum up to this competition today while we're counting the votes for the public and the judges to see who's the winner today. So welcome to the stage, Lily.
Tonight, it really feels like there is so much love and brightness in the air. And maybe that's the reason why I'm wearing this really bright shirt, to remind you that you have a lot of light, a lot of love, and you have everything that you need inside of you already. And all you have to do is just ask yourself, what is the next step? And you are going to find it. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for participating. And if you believe that you have a story, a message, experience that can transform the world, then contact us at hello@speakersareleaders.com or hello@lily.global, and we can help you to turn your story, that magic story, that magic experience that you have, into a story that can transform the world, and into a story that you can literally tell around the world, on stages, on big stages, small stages, virtual stages, so that you can attract more business, be perceived as an authority, and really get your message out there. And the most important thing is also you can turn that into a book that can go around the world and spread that message of hope, inspiration, love, motivation, and everything else that is required right now. So, Harry, are we ready?
Yes, we're not ready yet. We have all the votes for the judges now, and we need to count down the votes for the public. So if we can, Lily, talk a little bit more about the experiences that that you have with Adobe. So how was the progress writing and helping her to write the book, the challenges and the successes? Just briefly, 2-3 minutes while we finish to count the votes. We're counting the public now. So.
Okay, perfect. So I remember 2 years ago, Adobe came to my house, and the first moment that I saw her, I just knew that she had this amazing light and this amazing story. And I wasn't sure what it was, but all I knew was that I was going to work with her until her story was going to be told the right way. So after a couple of months, we got this book ready for her, Reinvent Yourself, and helped her to create this branding message, Reinvent Yourself, that is now her keynote speech title and her book title, and is also the basis for her program, the Reinvention Mastery. So this is the really cool thing, to see someone who everyone kind of, you can say in a way, had written off, had already thought, okay, well, this woman had a heart attack. And I think a lot of people were just not really looking at this person as a super valuable person. But as soon as we started working with her, about 2 months later, she had let go of the crutches. And I think it was also the fact that we were giving her a lot of love and positivity, and welcomed her into our club, into the Speakers Are Leaders Club. And for me, I feel a really strong connection in general with people who have overcome strong challenges and obstacles in their life, because
we are ready, Lily. We are ready. We are ready. And we have already the winner. So welcome to the stage. Just play some music and show the result. And the winner today for the motivational speaking contest second day is very, very tight. And the winner for today is the Adobe. Yes, it was really, really tight, and actually, well deserved, Adobe. You train so hard, right? Well, we don't have double champion at the Speakers and Leaders yet. We're still looking for, because Michelle won last time. Now this time Adobe won, and still we're looking for the double champion. So Adobe, very briefly, some words of goodbye, and then Michelle, and then we're gonna close the meeting. Once again, thank you so much for our lovely judges for their support today, for give us a valuable time to empower our speakers to be powerful and to share the message with the world. So Adobe, few words.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Lily. And I want to thank the judges for all your advice, for all your efforts. You know, I didn't know my words reach up to this, but it's my first time of winning a competition. What I like to do, I like to give a takeaway, because people said it's a miracle. When I was in coma, I wasn't alone. You know, we chatter a lot, we talk. I want to introduce the art of listening, because in coma, I couldn't talk. So God was speaking to me. He was downloading to me. So I like to say, when you wake up in the morning, just God comes like a, you know, just before, you can't say it, you can't grasp it. Just learn to listen. You can even listen for 2 seconds or 2 minutes before you start jumping off the bed, talking, asking good morning. Once you learn to listen to God, it tells you what you should be doing. And this is what I've been using. So that's why people said it's a miracle. All I did was that for the first time in my life, I listened to God. And secondly, the role you are, if you're a mother, don't just limit yourself to motherhood. You can reinvent yourself. Because if you say you're a mother, what happens when the children grow up? When they grow up, they leave home. You are not, you are waiting to be a grandmother. So your roles change from a child to a toddler, to a teenager, to, there's no title for teenager, no title for mother. And even if you're a wife, you're a husband, you still have to live your life. Always find what you can do with your life. That's what I give to you. But importantly, in the morning, before you jump out of bed, listen to God first, and it will tell you what to do. Thank you. I'm really grateful.
Thank you very much, Adobe. And then Michelle, your performance was amazing. Today has been one of the most powerful days that I saw you speak. I saw this power. So if you can share with that briefly, few words before we close the broadcast today, that would be amazing. So Michelle, few last words.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you all the judges for your beautiful comment and encouragement. And I also want to advise all the people that are watching that it is possible to find your life purpose. Do not be despaired. If you are even not having a job, or you are having a difficult time at this moment, or you are sick or anything, there is always a possibility and hope that you can do it and overcome. Always be positive. Take the opportunity when they're given and leave your legacy. Thank you. And thank you very much, Lily and Harry, for the amazing platform here.
Excellent, Michelle. And now we want to welcome to the stage Lily to close in 1 minute the broadcasting today, because we finish at 9 o'clock, so we have 1 minute left. And after, let's play the Guantanamera and let's do a little bit of dancing. So Lily, you have 30 seconds to close the meeting today. So last words, welcome to the stage, Lily.
I only have one question for you. Are you fired up and ready to go? And if you are not yet fired up, then you have to simply come tomorrow for the Speakers Are Leaders Motivational Speaking Contest, the third day, to watch even more inspirational and motivational stories from some amazing speakers. And if you have a story that can transform the world, simply contact me at hello@lily.global so I can help you get your book published, get your story published into a book that transforms the world, and for Harry to help you turn your story into a story that transforms the world and is being told around the world and is being featured in the media as well. See you tomorrow.
And welcome to Speakers and Leaders Club. My name is Harry Sardinas. I'm the founder of Speakers and Leaders.
My name is Lily Petrasco, and I'm the founder of Speakers Are Leaders and Brand for Speakers.
Hi everybody, my name is Beata Podgorska. I'm a mindset and confidence coach.
I'm Tom Thompson, author of the upcoming book, Tree Economy.
My name is Teuta Artili. I am an author. My first book, Born to Stand Out, and my second book, Family Legacy of Love.
My name is Muhammad Jalma. I help people to build their dreams and to make them a better person.
My name is Nida Sabah. I am an author and I am a political economy advisor.
My name is Will Gerard. I'm a life coach, therapist, and motivational speaker.
My name is Adobe. I'm a reinvention coach.
I'm Nick, and I'm the best-selling author of Secret Influence, Communicate and Persuaded Power, and a professional copywriter.
My name is Dilana, author of the book, Get Stuff Done.
I'm Christian Morgan. I'm the author of this book, One Life, One List.
Hello everyone, my name is Luke, transformational coach and motivational speaker.
I'm Julia Shelley. I'm an international motivational speaker, also the author of the Big Deal to Pathway.
Hello everyone, I am Michelle Yao. I am a speaker. I am a life coach, helping people to find their life purpose.
My name is Christina and I am entrepreneur and parental coach.
My mission in life is empower millions of people around the world to have a voice, because I really believe that your voice can transform the world.
I joined Speakers Are Leaders Club, and I since have enhanced my speaking skills. I was able to gain a lot of confidence with speaking engagements. I'm now speaking internationally.
I've got to use public speaking and online public speaking to get my message across, to connect with people, to tell stories that bring people in and engage them, and to be a more powerful speaker.
What I've learned here is giving me, and I'm even learning, I learned how to go on Zoom for Facebook Live today.
Since I joined Harry and Lily, I've gained unimaginable confidence. I've gone from a shy guy to now being the president of one of the biggest London Toastmaster clubs. I organise my events, and I founded one of the largest growing copywriting communities on Pakistan.
Working with Harry and Lily and being a part of Speakers Are Leaders Club is just amazing. We share, we care, and we help each other to grow and how to get success.
I learned the structure of the speeches, how to engage the people, how to package your message, how to sell from one to many, but also by online.
Reason why I joined Speakers Are Leaders. I was looking for somewhere that would get me, would understand my vision and run with me. And I got that when I joined Speakers Are Leaders. Harry Sadinas, Lily Petrasco, thank you 1,000 times over for helping me realize my dream and my passion within my book.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see all those inspiring people.
We will do different for the whole world and build a new future for our new generation.
Join Speakers Are Leaders Club so you can discover how to become a more charismatic speaker and leader, how to overcome the fear of speaking, how to speak more confidently, how to get paid and booked to speak from the stage, how to build your coaching and speaking business. Register at speakersareLeaders.com and I'll see you there.
And welcome to Speakers Are Leaders Club.